Jingle your bells and deck your halls. In this episode, we will be taking a peek into the production and life cycle of the famous holiday Christmas tree. Stay tuned for a sprucing up of this holiday season. Christmas trees, a staple of any and all winter holidays. These festive flora are sure to brighten up your living room and bring joy to you and all your funny relatives this holiday season. Many people decide to decorate their trees with bright lights and jolly little ornaments, while some choose to go to hell. While every little good girl and boy has a Christmas tree in their house, many still wonder, how are they made? As we all know, Christmas trees are made primarily of one component, trees. Trees are also made from smaller pieces, like roots, trunks, and leaves. But wait a minute, the leaves on this Christmas tree look like needles, you might be thinking. And you would be right. The leaves of Christmas trees were once used by ancient peoples in an early form of sewing known as knitting, but that is a concept for another time. The needles on Christmas trees are actually real leaves. They perform photosynthesis and electron transport chain, just like any other tree, with the only difference being that Christmas trees do not lose their leaves in the winter, like many other regular trees you might see around your town. These trees that lose their leaves are called deciduous trees, and shed their leaves as soon as the temperature drops. Scientists theorize that this phenomenon occurs because these deciduous trees are virgins. The Chad Christmas tree, meanwhile, can perform photosynthesis all year round. Like all plants, Christmas trees start off in a factory, where they are cloned and grown in vats of amniotic fluid. Each tree is taught basic life skills, such as language and simple mathematics. Once they begin to mature, they are separated into groups based on aptitude test scores. This process is essential to how they are priced later down the line. Almost all are placed into the bulk category, while the more mentally capable Christmas trees are sectioned off to the advanced placement group, which will go on to become higher functioning members of society. The trees that are not chosen to ascend are nurtured and cared for until they can be harvested. The entire growth process takes place over about 10 years, so the Christmas tree in your house today is probably as old as your firstborn son when it was slaughtered. Speaking of slaughter, this next step is where it gets messy. Men with long scruffy beards, dressed in plaid flannel and denim overalls, known locally as lumberjacks, enter Christmas tree facilities about a month before Christmas to inspect the year's crop. They open a program known as Microsoft Excel and record the tree data. Once they assess the potential economic impact that the projected crop harvest value will have based on stock market trends, they begin their purge. To understand more about what the lumberjacks do, we can take a look into their specialized training facility. Here, we see the top two lumberjacks in training, or LITs for short, Paul Bunyan and Tommy Woodchip. They're currently playing a game of Chop That Tree, where they compete to see who can chop the tree faster. Of course, these are just practice trees and feel no pain during the chopping process. Many devote their lives to the trade, living in forests and chopping down Christmas trees when the time comes. After this training is completed, they are then allowed to enter the workforce and chop down real trees and make a real difference in the world. After collecting all the Christmas trees calculated for, the lumberjacks deliver them to a central sorting and packaging facility located in Indiana County, Pennsylvania. At this facility, the trees are prepared to be distributed across the world. To kick off this process, the Christmas trees are put through appliance machine, which assesses the tree's ability to hold ornaments, and are graded accordingly. Uh-oh, looks like this Christmas tree received a bad score. A score like this can't be made up for in any other category, and so the tree is separated from the group to be given last rites. The trees that pass the branch pliance test are put through this next machine. I don't know what it does, though it sure looks cool. Look at those gears turn. The final test these Christmas trees are subjected to is the impact test. This machine, known only as the Ego Decimator, tests the resilience of the Christmas trees that have made it this far. Not only does this machine perform physical impact tests, but it also assesses the mental fortitude of these trees through a process known as metaphysical impact bombardment. In carbon-based conceptual logic, this means that the trees are put under indescribably intense emotional distress, essentially separating the body and soul and blasting each with C4 and ultimate despair, respectively. The trees that break down physically or mentally are sent to join the others at last rites, while the ones that pass can finally rest their weary souls. The survivors are stacked into a flatbed lumber truck and distributed around the world from this one facility. These Christmas trees are now ready to be picked out by you and your family to be displayed in your house for all to enjoy, while they bide their time, suffering in silence, unable to scream due to their lack of mouths, for the bittersweet moment they meet the jaws of a wood chipper. Now, your Christmas tree is ready to be put up, decorated, and admired by all, a perfect addition to any festive holiday home.
You're a dick. With balls.
Balls I got from you!